Newton proved anti-gravity too. The inverse square law works for anti-gravity too. Summary. Suggestion that dark energy is anti-gravity. The dark energy is the force that is expanding the universe, and that dark energy is the force we label gravity, but works in exactly the opposite way. The expansion of space pushes the apple to the ground instead of the ground pulling the apple from the tree. The simplest version of Newton's inverse square law is this. When the distance increases, the intensity of gravity between two bodies in space decreases. But because I think the force is dark energy, anti-gravity, I rephrase it this way. When the distance increases, the intensity of anti-gravity between two bodies in space increases. Dark energy, or anti-gravity, is the 75% of the universe that is expanding in every part of the universe. The most expansion is in empty space. The least expansion is within tightly packed matter. Matter, excluding hydrogen, helium, and neutrinos, is stars and heavy elements. That makes up slightly more than 0.05%. Which is the greater force, 75% of the universe or 0.05%? The top drawing shows two planets close together. The weakest amount of dark energy is in the space between the two in the red arrow. But that is too little to push the planets very far apart. The bottom drawing shows two planets farther apart. The dark energy between them pushes them apart slightly less than the dark energy from the universe pushes them together. This fits Newton's inverse square law. The farther away, the less dark energy that pushes the planets together. Yes, it's a challenge to oppose something as obvious as gravity, and I don't suggest this lightly. Remember how obvious it is that the sun revolves around the earth, but Copernicus proved that wrong. Those who will consider anti-gravity will gradually see how it resolves major problems. The first is this. For centuries, no one has been able to connect the force of gravity to the other forces. But if the force is anti-gravity instead of gravity, then the rest begins to fit together. Next, if anti-gravity and the dark energy expansion is the same thing, we can explain 75% of the universe that we could not before. Next, the force of dark energy, anti-gravity, also works in reverse to explain Galileo's findings on gravity. Finally, consider the Casimir effect. This force from space counteracts the very weak force from space between two metal plates and pushes them together. Now imagine a universe-wide Casimir effect, and you have anti-gravity, dark energy. See my other posts for more on this and other aspects of these challenging ideas. Thank you.